We've heard a lot of discussion lately about this proposal for a vaccine passport. It's something the Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, had been expected to discuss at next week's National Cabinet meeting. For more on this, joining us is Michael Maher. He's the CEO of OnePassport, which is an electronic immunisation register that's able to record various vaccine and virus test results. Michael, a lot of people will be wanting to know where this is at, considering the situation in Victoria. I understand you're currently in discussions with federal and state governments about using this app for vaccine passports. Just tell us how it would work, and in particular in this sort of situation where one state might be in lockdown. How would it work?
The aim is that everyone can carry all their information on their phone. A real travel passport, a vaccination passport, the aim is that they can have the power of digital, so they can receive a chain of end-to-end chain of custody verified version of their vaccination or their test result, but it's also they own it. So it's got the privacy as if it was on a piece of paper, and it allows them to be able to share it when they need it, be that interstate or international travel, or even attending their childcare or going into an aged care home.
Because airlines would be real stakeholders in this as well, wouldn't they? As you point out, airlines needing to see this documentation, airlines like Qantas making it very clear that at least for travel overseas, people are going to be needing to get a vaccination to do that. And even at the interstate level, we're seeing a lot of the state premiers saying, well, we're going to have to see proof that people are vaccinated. That's a likely way forward.
It seems to be that's the new reality. We've had a paradigm shift. We're in the middle of something, and this won't be our last pandemic. So it's probably good that since we're in the valley, we might as well keep going and get these structures in place so that if this happens again, we are prepared for COVID or for anything else. With regards to travel, because health is regulated by the states, until the states start sorting this out, and so we can't have one premier do something to Victoria and another premier acts in a different way with border lockdowns, for example. We can't open the international borders until we get that done. So I think there's three things that we need to do as a country before we'll be able to open up and be able to travel at all. Firstly is we need to become a highly vaccinated country so that it stops the easy spread of the disease. It's hard to find carriers. Secondly is for the states and the Commonwealth to have better comms so they're not working against each other. And thirdly is that implementation of technology like a travel passport or an immunisation passport so that all of us have it on us, so that when we're called upon, it might be for travel or, as I said, go to visit grandma in an aged care home, we're ready to go.
You address some of the privacy concerns that a lot of people would have about using this sort of app. Another concern could be rorts to the system. How do we know that vaccination records and passports are legitimate? I mean, could there be a sort of black market springing up on that front?
Well, there already is a black market in fake SMS texts and the letter that you got from the doctors, which is what they moved to after the SMS. So they're moving to an end-to-end chain of custody where you have to show ID next to your face in order to get the pathology taken or get the collection done. And they can push that through the system using the same QR code technology and push that data into your OnePassport or into your immunisation passport so you can carry it with you. The vaccinations and test results is very different. With a vaccination, it's much easier to verify because you're actually sitting in front of the doctor when they inject you. It goes into the Australian Immunisation Register and you can connect that to your OnePassport, so you're actually pulling the information from the government side. But it's actually the data within is your data. You own it, no one else can see it unless you choose to share it with them.
Yeah, look, it certainly sounds like it is going to be a really important tool in the toolbox going forward. Michael Maher, I appreciate you joining us to take us through how it all might look when we get to that point. Thanks so much.
Pleasure.